Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rod J back again. What is happening? Happy Monday to you all. So, decided to do a little bit of a stream today to kind of enjoy some beer, and then I realized it was actually the 5 year anniversary. So I figured I'd just do a 5 year anniversary type stream with the channel. Can't believe it's already been 5 years having this channel now. Shout out to Vanessa. Hello, welcome, my friend. Good to see you. And there's people that have questions or things to talk about over the first 5 years, where the channel might go down after the 5 years, which way to go forward with the channel. So I'm going to crack open a nice beer. What is going on, Toronto? Cheers, my friend. And I'm actually going to crack open the one I picked up earlier today, which is from from Decadent, is the Elderflower Moel Double India Pale Ale with elderflower and vanilla extract. I always worry about their beers because they never put a date on them, but we'll see how this one actually is. Yeah, I've got on a little bit of a deal, but with the other deals I cleaned up on, if this one is off, I really don't care because I got such a good deal on the Dogfish Head beers. Cheers to Mercy Beers. What is going on? Cheers, Erie. Thank you. It says happy 5 years. And I kind of flip that there so you guys can see that too. Blake, what is going on, my friend? Congrats on 5 years. Here's the next 5. Cheers to that as well. Gonna slide the stuff over. I tried to actually start this earlier. I tried to move it up to 8:30, and some things are just fate. You can't do anything about it. So I ended up having a computer situation where I had to do updates, and it wouldn't let me get on until 9 o'clock anyway. So it was meant to be, I guess. Oh, not 5 hours of beer. I gotta go to work in the morning. So what is going on, Coffin Stuff? Cheers, my friend. Good to see you as well. So let's go ahead and get this beer into the glass and see what it has to offer for this double India Pale Ale. Let's see how this baby is has kept up. And hopefully you guys are enjoying something out there as well. If so, let me know in the comment section. Vanessa says, howdy y'all. Had to eat some chili. Chili does sound good. We finally got the weather breaking here. We were mid 60s, supposedly by 70 by Thursday, which will actually be awesome as well. Alan in the house, cheers. Cheers to you as well. Congrats on 5 years. Thanks, my friend. Donald says, damn, yeah, I'm not going 5 hours of beer drinking for sure. But get that there. But yeah, so I just figured it'd be kind of cool just to talk about some of the stuff that happened early on and kind of looking back over the first 5 years and stuff that took place. And, it's kind of funny when you think about how long you might be doing YouTube and some of the channels I've seen come and go over that time and the things you learn along the way. It's kind of like if you're this long in and you're not learning something from where you started, you're probably not doing it right because there are different things to pick up that help you to grow as a channel. And there's some nice things that, you've seen over time, some of the great relationships, the building, the friends, the community, the notoriety of some of the breweries and stuff like that and everything. So it's definitely been a fun time during the first 5 years. It's kind of funny. I started this channel, like I said, March 9th of 2015. And I can remember like the first video, I went back and looked at some of the stuff. So the first video posted actually was on March 10th. It was the day after I started the channel. And I ended up gaining that first month 7 subscribers. So at the end of the first month, I only had like 7 subscribers. Average view duration was like 1 minute and 15 seconds. And I think the first month, from when I looked at it, was 28.3 average per video that was viewed. So it was like struggling numbers. And it's funny because a lot of people can easily get discouraged when you start out on YouTube, especially now with the changes that have taken place. And it's one of those things you got to kind of stick with it if you want to make it through and get to the next level. I think for me, starting it in March of 2015, it wasn't really to November 2016 when you go back and you look at the analytics that I can see where everything kind of adjusted and kind of built up from that point. So, that's going a year and a half before really starting to get the momentum behind the channel. But again, it's a grind. And anybody who does a YouTube channel knows it's a grind when you first begin doing it. Beer smells pretty decent, by the way. Taste-wise, you got a nice little bit of fruitiness there. never really had elderberry, but it definitely has a berry type feel. Definitely has a little bit of that vanilla in the background, so that's coming through very nicely. And right now for $1.99, I'm not hating on the can. And when you start driving that first month out, you almost get to look. People, I think, when you start off on YouTube, it's kind of like you make a video, you put it out there, and you're waiting for people to come in and see the video you've actually made. And it's not something where there's instant gratification with it. It's a thing that builds up over time. And that's how some people can get discouraged earlier on. Alan said in the first month, that's numbers will make you want to quit or take a break because you're frustrated, right? So that comes into play for a lot of people. And I've seen people quit like after a few months. I've seen some people that have done it for a while that had quit. Some of the people that I've seen from the time I started to now that are still doing it, or ones that have quit, is just amazing. Like, you never know when it's going to hit. And when you look at some of the people that have done YouTube, and again, I'm not a huge channel by any means, but some of the bigger channels, they even tell you, like, you can't get caught up in the beginning as much, because a video that may hit maybe 6 months or a year or 2 years after you actually put it out there. So it is something that takes a lot of focus as far as going through and actually wanting to put something up there. Cheers to Todd as well. And he also says hello to Alan and Vanessa here. And Todd was just in when we did the Beer Fest. So great having Todd and Shannon up here and Eric down as well. And we got a chance to hook up with the Kentucky Brew Review, which is another great thing that came out of YouTube. Great bunch of guys we got to hang out with. It wasn't until the end that we actually ran into them. There were so many people at the beer festival, we never connected to afterwards. And then we had a great time for about 20, 25 minutes or so talking and going over stuff. Definitely want to get down to their part of the state as well. But, you learn over time to develop your voice. YouTube is something that you can't really try to copy other people. I know some people do try to copy other people, but it's got to be you. People kind of see through that, but you have to be able to look at other channels and look to grow at other channels and learn from other channels to find how you can develop your own lane and for what you want to create. And I think sometimes people may miss that, in that they go ahead and they create videos and they kind of put them out there and then are just like surprised when things don't happen. And people forget YouTube is a social platform, so you have to be social as well. This whole channel is because of all you watching and all the people out there that have supported it over the years. That makes it fun. So without you guys, I wouldn't even be up here doing anything, but you guys have made it fun for me to actually do this. And some of you guys are newer to the channel. Some of you have been around for a while with the channel, and you've definitely made it a fun part of the journey. And it's definitely made something a great time of actually wanting to do it. One thing here, let me see. Alan said, cheers back to Todd. Make sure I get you guys in here. Next year is 6 vintages of the same beer for vertical tasting: Bourbon County, Fuller's Vintage, or J.W. Lee's Harvest Ale. And Blake and Erie. Cheers, everyone. Smash that like. And Eric's in the house. What up, homie? It was great seeing you down here, my friend. Cheers, brother. And Todd, everybody's just kind of saying hello. Make sure I didn't miss anybody out here as everybody gives salutations, so to speak. Waiting on Warzone. Yeah, Warzone drops tomorrow, 8 p.m. Pacific, so 11 p.m. Eastern. So set your downloads for overnight if you're Eastern, so that you'll probably get to play it by maybe Friday. Don't know how long it'll actually take. But Warzone is the King of the Hill mode. This is like a wrench festival now. So the reason, like I said, for this is kind of sharing some of the stuff and looking back and thanking all the people that kind of helped to build the channel this way. John said, you have to tell 5 years. Yeah, 5 years I've actually had this channel as of today. When I first started the channel, I didn't even want to start the channel. And it was because the wife had put me up to starting the channel because of all the different beer I was actually doing. And with my background kind of being in journalism, I was going to do a blog, and she was a big YouTube fan and kind of pushed me doing the YouTube type stuff. And so being in a past life also as a radio DJ, it was kind of like, well, that'd be kind of cool to try to do something and see what we could do, get a little niche out there. And that led to me actually starting the YouTube channel. It was really her push that did it. And like I said, when it first came out, it was kind of like you're out there building, you're driving, you're trying to get it developed. And, there were times when I doubted if I actually wanted to keep doing the channel as well. And then there were people along the way, that kind of had encouragement. One of them, he's actually not with us anymore, but some of the older beer tubers would know him. It was a Strap Beer, who had always been one of those people that was always encouraging and always pushing you. And I would say, if you're doing a YouTube channel, just like anything in life, it's always nice to have people around that are kind of like, mentors. Like, he was one of the older ones that was around, always enjoyed, commenting on the videos and seeing the different stuff. He was a home brewer, and he had passed away. I think it was maybe about 3 years ago when he had passed away. But he was a person that kind of drove stuff, and he was kind of like, he gave you good ideas, and he always provided good feedback. So I would say, if you're doing a YouTube channel, you definitely want to have somebody like that in your corner. You want to be able to have people that can provide that feedback and be positive with you along those lines. I think back to the first time seeing Joe D. Joe D was a big one that when I first came on board, he had his channel rolling, which he still has his channel rolling now. So if you haven't checked out Joe D, check him out. He does his thing on Saturday nights usually. Sometimes he does a Friday stream as well. But he's like one of the OGs that was out there. And seeing him kind of laid back, talking about beers, being relaxed, being cool, not having to really, not make it a lecture type style video, but just having fun with it, it's kind of a nice thing that really got me going on thinking of what I could do with the channel. This is really starting to feel like a orange creamsicle, by the way. That vanilla is really kicking in nicely. And for those of you that just got in, what I'm actually drinking is the Elderflower Moelle from Decadent. And this is one of their double IPAs. Very nice. I picked it up earlier. If you saw the unboxing video, it was $1.99. And I would tell you, it's not like it's really that old. I mean, it's giving you everything that you expect to get. You're getting the berries, you're getting the vanilla, you're getting the flavor coming through. So again, when people go crazy about drinking double IPAs right away, you can for the freshness of it, but a lot of these ones that are done nicely can last for a bit too. With his Dialer. Now, see, Dialer's been around with the channel for a while too. He said congrats on the milestone, but he's the one that's definitely been here with me for a long time, and I always appreciate him popping in and always showing some love and dropping the comments and stuff like that. And then whipped out all the beers I loved before. So Beery's been Beery. That's what Donald likes to kind of tease with a little bit when I'm on here. So, but he's been around here with the channel for a bit too. Gilbert Cheerful, happy YouTube channel birthday. Thanks, my friend. Which is actually, my birthday as well. So that all works together there. And Jeremy says, happy birthday of 5 years, Rajay. And thank you, Jeremy. But Gilbert, he's been around for a little bit of time with the channel as well. But, I was talking about some of the other guys that kind of, as Eric says, another Rajay deal. Yeah, you're right. As I was looking back on stuff, it's kind of like all the different things that happened from the time when I first got on, and Greg's beer reviews was another one I started watching when I first got on here, kind of watching how he did some of the videos and kind of seeing the things that he had done, what was maybe working for him, and reaching out to him a few times and commenting and stuff like that. And you want to use the resources that are definitely around you as you're building your YouTube channel. And I was fortunate that the beer community is a great community to be a part of, the great relationships. Again, I mentioned Todd, Eric, and Shannon were down here. We all met basically through YouTube and doing the beer stuff. And it's awesome. We've got a pretty good friendship now. And we hang out. We've met like twice now. They come down. Joe's come down to Beer Patrol. So, it's amazing some of the stuff, you meet through here. Like sometimes people will say, well, you should go and get a real friend, not a fake from the internet. But you can develop friendships all over the place. I mean, there's some cool people that are here. Like I would love to meet Vanessa in real life. Who's awesome, Jeremy Vincent, Eclectic Beard, Erie, John Taylor, all you guys are awesome. And so I always respect and love that you guys spend some time when I put these videos up. Blake and everybody else that kind of comes in here. But, you look at some of the things as far as people that I actually looked up to when I first started doing stuff. It was Clement's Homebrew. Kevin was always a great guy. And if you ever see Clement's Homebrew, he only does the videos once in a while now. But he was one of the awesome guys that I first had saw on the scene. DJ's BrewTube. DJ was a great motivator, and I'd have conversations with him as well. He's still doing his thing, but he's definitely one of the OGs as well. Brew Review and Brew Review. Brew doesn't do as many of it as he does now that he did in the past, but he's still doing some out there, I believe. And of course, Simon with Real Craft Beer was actually one of the first ones that was of the higher level that had the viewers and subscribers to his channel that really communicated with a lot more. So you always think you get people to a certain level that it's almost like they're too busy to communicate and spend time. But he was one of the guys too that we were able to talk and share different things as well. So those are some of the guys that really got me rolling from back then. But then you start to develop other people and other relationships with other people that are kind of in your area as well. Hillbilly's in the house. Welcome, John. Cheers, my friend. Good to see you. Jeremy said, I should play my first video I did. It would be interesting. Well, maybe I'll put that in here towards the end. I can pull it up. It was the first one I did was actually a Spanish beer. It was 1906 from Spain. So maybe I would do that because apparently Erie agrees, and then so does the eclectic beer. So with StreamYard, it's easy for me to pull it up and to be able to do that too. So hold that thought, and we'll see what we can do here in a bit. I was probably so rusty in that thing. I was definitely thinner back then, that's for sure. But no, it's a cool thing, you know, when you look back, and like I said, 5 years now, it's all about learning the things that you learn along the way as you're actually building the channel and picking up the things. You know, like I said, if you're not learning something while you're doing this, then if you're still doing your videos today the same way you were doing it when you started, then you're almost wasting the space of doing it. You should be learning different things along the way to keep incorporating it. With YouTube especially, you got to have the different things to, I'd say reinvent, but you got to change it up some. It's like a restaurant or a bar, you know, on average, they have to reinvent themselves every 5 or 6 years. But you want to be bringing different things, and you want to be bringing things that your people enjoy. That's why I always ask you guys things you want to see, things that you love, things you want to talk about, because I'm always interested in your comments back, so I know what to get on here for you guys. Gilbert actually pulled a Dubison Scaldus Ambry out of the cellar for this, son. It's very nice indeed. And Blake says he did agree. I think that was about the video. Didi in the house. What's up, Rod? Cheers, everyone. Back on vacation. Not long enough as usual. Yeah. Hopefully you weren't on a boat there, Didi, though, because apparently going on cruise ships is not the thing to do nowadays. No malt liquor. Not tonight, Eric. No malt liquor. Although we are about due for another malt liquor beer flow show, so we may have to pull that off at some point. Todd is getting his ass kicked right now at COD. Nice. And Nikki's stopping by. Show some love and girl beer. Well, thanks, Nikki. Appreciate you, girl, for stopping by. And Blake says cheers, Nikki, as well. But you know, you learn along the way. You start to find your thing. So I would say probably after 2 or 3. Learning along the way, it was one of the things that we did before we did the beer flow show where we're at on Thursday nights now. We used to do a thing back in the day. It was Craft Beer Gone Wild. And that's back when it used to be me and Crunch that used to do that show. Crunch, actually, I don't know where Crunch is nowadays. He kind of just disappeared, fell off the globe somewhere. But he had actually approached me out of Chicago, and we used to team up. So some of the earlier live streams that we did was actually me and Crunch having different guests on, doing different beer things, and having a blast there too. So those were some fun old videos back in the day that we did. You would see us on there. You would see Thomas Metal 75. I think at that point you were seeing Eric on there, starting to get involved a little bit more. Tom the Beer Whisperer, all different guys we'd have back then that would actually join in, and that was a cool time. And that ended up creating what would later become more of the format that I like to use, kind of as a podcast for the Beer Flow show. But you know, the whole thing with the building relationships, and it was a big thanks to a lot of the guys, because when you come in, you guys come in and you're talking to people that may have been doing YouTube, but at the same time, when you come in, a lot of times there's people that are around you that might be developing channels, if you're fortunate enough that you can actually talk to and you can lean on, right? So for me, it ended up being a lot of the guys like from the UK. So when I came in and did my channel, I think it was very close to when Dean launched his channel off of Dean's Beer Reviews. Not much longer than when Craig had Kemp Beer Reviews. Peter and the Clueless Drinker, Harry Blue Nose Beer Reviews. And at a point, I was like, maybe I should be living in the UK because I'm connected with all the UK guys. But it was great because we were able to build off of each other and be able to come up with ideas and share stuff. And, when you're doing a journey like this, it's nice to have other people you can actually refer to. And I think we've all had different success on different levels. So I was fortunate to have those kind of guys around. I also, after a point, I connected with some of the other guys, especially like out of Canada. I think one of the first ones in Canada, it might have been Albino that I connected with, but like Booze Reviews I connected with there. Chris from Off the Test. Later ended up falling to like Paul, PA Brew News from down here in the States as well. And all of us were able to like kind of, I think, energize each other. So again, if you're doing like a YouTube channel, you need to have that kind of energy around you. Those around you will help build you just like you'll help build them. So you want to definitely try to get that if you are building a YouTube channel. Check a few of the comments here again. Erie said, I thought Alan was the only one who got his ass kicked in COD, and well, Big Daddy too. Todd, I'll be getting my ass kicked later. Erie. Yeah, speaking of the happy hour thing, so a slight bit going over to the gaming channel just for the gaming guys here, Alan, Todd, Eric. I initially set it up for 10 o'clock on happy hour, but then I moved it to 9. But the day shift moved it back. So now at 10 o'clock, you get the happy hour with the double XP points, by the way. So if anybody's gaming there at 10, you'll be able to get into that. So depending on how long they go here, I might be doing that as well. That's better than getting your butt kicked by a COPD. Yeah. Brenner, right? That shit is a secret. Yeah. Shoot, watch your stream. It ain't no secret. Yeah. It's there's some ups and downs that come along with the gameplay. Ups and downs. Oh, that's funny. I actually can't wait for the Warzone. Yeah, it should be pretty good. About to invest in Corona beer stock. Blake. Interested to see how it plays out too. Eric, going to be 3-man teams apparently. Need a beer drinking online video game. We'd be the best online. Just take LMG and pray and spray. That's common. I was in my last year master when you started. I began using YouTube to post work for that degree in 2014. I always thought YouTube was funny cat videos. Well, for a long time, it was funny cat videos for sure. And that's why I was on the UK people by saying lad, mate, etc. Yeah, the UK, I mean, like I said, meeting those guys was awesome. Also, Terry from Terry's Quick Beer Reviews. It was great. I mean, it's kind of like we had some great conversations. And also James from Rampant Lion, even though he wasn't there, he's part of that group, even though he's not in the UK. And, it gives you that strength as you're building YouTube channels. So I would tell people it's kind of like, try to connect with other people, try to maybe collaborate if you can, but you definitely want to have that. And those guys definitely I have to thank because they definitely helped to build a lot of success that I've actually had here on the channel. Let me see here. They may be yelling Mayday, so they're still talking about the gaming. Let's mention you go against Vodka Man if you want to become the champion. Let me slide down here. So I don't say Eric, you clean up good. Kind of caught Eric off guard there. Jeremy, a little bit of ups and downs, a whole lot of downs. I watched you guys play. Just kidding. I'll let you guys do good. So yeah, the Call of Duty, the game and fun. You'll hear a few expletives as we play that as well. Vanessa says, I'm glad I found you folks. And I'm glad you found us too, Vanessa. And, that's the fun thing, this stuff, even though you're not doing as much with YouTube, like you do a lot of stuff with Instagram. And it's great being able to share your information out there. As far as like some of the other stuff, I would say big thanks to a lot of the guys. Also, when you're like building a channel, it's almost like it's not just you being in your genre, right? So being able to connect with someone like guys like Whiskey Throttle, Malton of Montreal, Whiskey Quest. These were some of the guys earlier on that were kind of more of the whiskey drinkers, but also welcoming to their areas. They wanted to do some more things around beer as well, and got a chance to actually branch out to them and also make some good relationships there too. Very supportive. And then big supportive, when I was trying to push to get over that 1,000 mark, I got there really thanks to a big help from Pusa Studios. I can't mention any part of my success not including Pusa. Always positive. If you're a YouTuber and you're not working with Pusa Studios on some of the stuff they're doing and networking with them and joining their chats, you're really missing a big opportunity. And when they saw, basically in one of their episodes, I was at 950, I think, they put a push on to get me over the 1,000 hump. And then I just kept going from there. But, you know, it's you don't do it yourself with YouTube. So everybody that's actually a part of it, you always want to congratulate and appreciate this, what they bring to you, helping your success. And I just want to say I appreciate all you guys, which is the main reason I was doing this little bit of a video here. As I take a sip. Erie says, I'm not even beer drinking, but love your videos. Well, thanks, Erie. And that's the cool thing, too, because, you know, with someone like Erie that doesn't really drink beer, but she comes and she enjoys it and she encourages. I've had other people that were not beer drinkers as well that would comment and enjoy stuff. And I've had people that essentially don't drink alcohol anymore. You know, they've got over it as far as maybe they had to battle some demons, whatever you want to say, but they enjoyed the commentary on things. So my whole thing was always try to keep it as entertaining as possible while talking around beer. That's the whole premise of the channel, is kind of teaching around beer and discussing stuff around beer, but to do it in an entertaining way, because, you know, just sit there and just lecture would be such a boring thing, I would think. And I wouldn't want that. It's kind of like going to those meetings when they just read the PowerPoint to you off the screen. It's like, just send me the PowerPoint. If you're going to read it, then why do we both need to be here? You're giving me the same words. Nate said, I think most of you are pretty strange. What that says about me hanging around is a question I hesitate to answer. So, hey, I'd rather be a little strange than us all just be all normal. I like the little quirks that everybody has. So definitely makes it better and more entertaining, I believe. It means you're curious, inquisitive, mind and all, right? Yeah. We appreciate it, areas like Eric said there. Yeah, that is always huge. What do you mean, Erie? I have to drink to even watch my own videos. It's highly recommended, by the way. And Vanessa said she enjoys commentary from Nave. Appreciate it. And that's the other great thing. It's just because I've been on some streams and the people are talking and people don't really comment that much or whatever. Or if they comment, it's kind of stupid stuff, or they get a lot of troll comments and all that kind of stuff. And I appreciate you guys because you guys always have really some good conversations taking place. You're always involved. Occasionally, we may have a troll pop here or there, but most of the time, you guys are definitely bringing it and making it fun and interesting. And sometimes we get away from the beer, which is always great. We'll be getting some great conversations, and everybody leaves here pretty much, you know, not offended or anything like that. Most of the time, I think sometimes you can get a little close to the line, but, you know, most of the time respect is shown for everybody, which makes it awesome as well, which is kind of environment I want to have here. And there's Paul from PA Brew News, who I mentioned earlier. Glad to have you here as well. You know, and it's just being able to have these type of relationships out there has made it a fun thing. It's kind of like there's times where I felt like I was getting burned out on it and stuff like that. And I see a comment or something from someone and it's like, all right, I'm going to go make another video, or I'm going to go do this, or I'm going to do that. Because when you don't get anything coming back, sometimes it does feel like, you know, do I want to keep doing this? You know, you enjoy it to a point, but then it's kind of like, if you're not getting anything back out of it, you start to wonder, is anybody even paying attention to it? But then you guys always seem to come through, which is great. Many say I have a drinking problem. I don't know. Do you throttle? I think you're just experimenting. You're going through the experimentation phase. Definitely not up to my standards. Eric, you're awesome too, homie. I need to get my two brothers to show up in the chat. I'm trying to get them off the Miller Lite. Yeah, always get them in here to talk about some beers and share some stuff. And we can get them through the Miller. I mean, nothing wrong with the Miller. Like Eric likes to drink the Miller once in a while too. Cheers to the chat. Paul says, cheers PA and throttle. Jeremy said he's a troll. I'm always in a constant state of offense. Yeah, but in a funny way, Paul, in a funny way. Tend to slip into a match hit from time to time. Yeah, and that's fine too. You drop a lot of knowledge, Vanessa. You and Nave both drop a lot of knowledge. So that's all right. Paul always offends, but we allow it. offended indeed. So, hey, Rod knows much more beers than I do. I have a little to add there. Well, we're all about sharing different knowledge from different places, so that all works out. I was trying to troll all along. Well, Gilbert, you mostly troll Eric, with the lion stuff, but you're a friendly troll at that. Gilbert, Blakester. And Jeremy's Mr. Perfect Hair gig is kind of strange, otherwise normal in my opinion. Actually enjoyed the night off. Well, that's pretty awesome there, Paul. Awesome. Vanessa Miller Light, what's wrong with that? Them are fighting words. And she says, I like Jeremy's channel. So yeah, Jeremy has a great channel. And if you haven't seen Jeremy's latest upload, definitely recommend it. He did pretty much a Jimi Hendrix jam out session, and he kills it. He murders it on the guitar. So definitely check out Jeremy's channel and see what he does there. Broaden horizons, Eric, not give up, right? Thanks, man. I need to go live again sometime. Appreciate that. And Roger with throttle K full unopened bottles. My drinking problem, I don't drink enough, so I am told. But you can't push it too much. You got to save that liver. You only get one. So younger brother now likes pirate rum. So it seems like you're doing a good job already, Vanessa. It seems like you already got your brother onto the right track for sure. But as I talked about learning along the way and things like that, and you talk about the great relationships and like from the beginning to the present. I mean, right now, all you guys that are in here have all been great. And for anybody I do miss out there, I do not trying to miss anybody, of course, but I can't go down the list of all the subscribers that I have and stuff. But all you guys are important. But I look at the things like with Al and the eclectic beer, the conversations we've had, the ideas being shared, stuff I throw his way, stuff he throws my way. Awesome sounding board, great channel. Even though we're doing different things as far as topics, we still come up with great ideas and great ways to help each other. Blake TV, same way. Just kind of pretty much part of a family now as we connect and we do the different things along those lines. I think of people like Beer Chugs as we're actually throwing stuff out there. Wednesday nights are now becoming What the ABV is kind of a thing that he's doing on his channel that he's asking to be a part of again this week as well. But it's being able to come together with these different channels and do different things, like the Whiskey Scout, to Jeremy, Cuff and Stuff Barbecue, just branching out into different things and seeing other people, what they're doing and being able to connect. Beer Man, of course, has been huge. We usually catch up. We're in different zones. We don't always get to see each other all the time. Even putting like craft beer pours that keep sipping, or Alex the Beer Master, the party guys, Flow Rider, Hillbilly, the fun that we have. Also, a couple of other beer guys, Daddy Porter, who's been a little bit newer to the scene, has brought me into stuff. Kentucky Brew Review. I mean, all these different great relationships that are being formed out here. All these different guys doing some of their things and inviting me in to do stuff, and we're all growing together. That's what YouTube really is. We're basically subject to their format they provide, and we actually grow on it. So they provide a great opportunity for us. And there's another one I haven't seen in a while, but Tyler Mansell, he was great. He's I haven't seen you in a bit, Tyler, but definitely thank you as well for being a part. You've been a part for a while, going back kind of the last couple. I think probably I don't know, maybe last year's last time you actually had a chance to talk, but you were here for a time when we were doing a lot of stuff and you were building your channel up there doing things. But it was great. It was definitely great to have you along here on the ride and doing stuff. And again, it's about catching up and seeing what you're up to doing now as well. Jeremy said, really appreciate that, Rod J. And I really appreciate you as well. Paul says the walk and hiking videos will begin again soon. So where Paul's out of PA, he does the different things where he does the walking and the hiking and kind of does video from there. And if you like painting and you have been to PA Brew News when he does the painting videos, you have to go check him out doing the painting. He's got a great talent, puts together a lot of great stuff. It's amazing. He does it like so quick. It's like, he's the beer drinking Bob Ross is the best way to put it, I guess. He's there, he gets it done, and it's awesome work. He's done it on a regular, canvas, but he's also done like on the log and the other stuff. It's incredible. So Paul's got the great talent for that. Noiri, there will not be a birthday wheel. Tyler's a rise of beer legend. Well, thanks, my friend. I don't know about all of that. I just do what I can. I always get teased, but like GSHL TV out of Canada has always been very big and supportive, and always appreciate those guys. That's one of their things, always saying legend as well. But, we're all just doing our thing out here. Heck yeah, Tyler, you're doing well. Long time no see, right? So, yeah, hopefully, Tyler, this will be the first of you hanging out again somewhere here. Get stashed some money started. You can just buy a new liver off the internet. Just don't get it from China. It might have a little infection in there. I'm a failure, like the Detroit Lions, Gilbert says. See what you did there, Gilbert. Thanks, Vanessa. You guys rock the chat when we go live. Appreciate you showing up. Nave says, hanging out with you guys does cause some concern for my liver. Todd is at 10 and 4 killed dad. So he had 10 kills to dying 4 times. That's pretty good. So as Todd is starting to build up, he's trying to get more serious, I think, into his game. Honored to be a part of the community. You guys inspire me to always try to do better on here. You inspire me, Blake. That's the big thing. Then there's Kyle, right? So Kyle, No Hype Beer Reviews. Another one, another great channel, another great person that I've been able to build a great relationship with over the years here. If you haven't checked out No Hype Beer Reviews, check him out. You want to see an impressive beer seller. He's got so many nice beers sitting behind him. It's incredible, but just cool and laid back. We did the Beer Tuber Spotlight that Kyle was on that one, which this Saturday I'll be doing another Beer Tuber Spotlight, which I'll be bringing in, I think, Craig from Camp Beer Reviews. And I'm going to also be looking out to one of the Dutch guys maybe for the following weekend as well. But just a knowledgeable guy, knows everything. I don't know if we all know everything about anything, but he just so much knowledge he has on the beer, and he's just smooth. It's like he's Dr. Smooth when he delivers. So make sure you check him out. Bottom Dollars Outdoor too. So Brad over at BDO, who's doing his thing now. He's doing the stuff here with the different outdoor videos as he has that rolling. So again, another great relationship. And the thing is, it's funny because we all have different backgrounds and different paths we've all walked, but we've all come together and just formed great relationships around the stuff that we actually definitely enjoy. Just embracing our cyborg future. Well, it's going to be coming at some point, I'm sure. 21090. Good guys out of Maryland. Todd there with 210. We did an exchange with some of the beers for the state series and stuff, which they still have to do the one for Kentucky. I know they shot the video a while back, but I think they haven't uploaded it yet. But they're great guys there too. But again, coming together throughout the YouTube community here. Your Dr. Vanessa, Alpha Tester Nave, talking about the Cyborg series, talk about future adoption of Neuralink type products and tech. And let's see, Vanessa's going to be visiting the lab at Yale, so hopefully that all goes well there too. St. Paul going to go walking trails here. So get out there and enjoy the stuff. I would tell you, we did the beer fest. Me, Eric, Todd, and Shannon, like I mentioned earlier. And it was like the first time I've done a beer fest, and I don't know how many years where I didn't stop to check every beer in the Untapped. And I got to tell you, it was a great time. It was a nice unplugging of it. We just kind of enjoyed each other's company. We're focused on all that kind of stuff, and it was a blast. So there's times too we got to remember to unplug out there as well. We'll have to check out more PA Brewers videos. Definitely do that. By name also lab-grown humans. Checking out tech. So now to get into the science stuff there. Thank you here today. Got my first walk-in with the rollator of the season. Very nice. We were supposed to be by 70 by Thursday. I see some talk about that now. I'm not sure how serious they are yet. And you see Brenner. I don't know why Brenner's giving him no finger. I think to Gilbert. Are you trying it? Let's see. I'm just going to slide down here. Blake said, know nothing about many things. LOL. And then Jeremy's checking out No Hype. That's awesome. That's a good thing. If you guys haven't checked out each other in the chat, definitely advise that. All you guys are so cool and of your different things you're doing in the different channels. I think you should all check each other out for sure. I think you'd definitely be pleased with a lot of material being done. Still kind of jealous, Vanessa. Toucan, I just wanted to wish you happy birthday. I got to go to bed. Teacher life. Yeah, well, thanks for stopping in, brother. And that's another thing. Like he's a given person. He teaches, so he's got to be ready for the kids in the morning. Cheers, Kyle. Nice seeing you, my friend, and appreciate it all. Let's see here. Eric says, peace and no hype beer reviews. And let me go back here. Nate started trying to get fetus to grow in a womb like incubator. I think I saw an article like 6 or 8 months ago. All right, well, I'm going to switch off, but I'll let you guys do the comment on that part. Blake says, cheers, no hype. I showed your channel some love as well. And then so they got you guys back. I bet y'all did have a blast. Yeah, we had a great time. My only down part probably was Todd, Shannon, and Eric took time to grab something to eat. I had another friend that was there. I was introducing to some of the breweries for the device he made, that gish pack, which was like a 4-cup holder. And so I was out doing that while they were eating. I probably should have stopped and ate something at that point. That's the only probably thing I missed out on. Thanks, man. Definitely watch your videos. Tweetys in the house. Cheers, Tweety. Good to see you. And Tweety's another one that I, met more recently here through kind of Blake's channel and everything like that. But awesome. And she does a lot of the travel type stuff. And I got to wonder, though, with everything happening, how that's affecting everything. Are you not able to really travel right now, I guess, with the coronavirus stuff happening? Any friend of yours is a friend of mine, EB. Cheers to Tweety. Says hello to everyone there. And Blake says cheers. Nate says hello. Why is my image not showing and no wrench? I don't know why your image isn't showing. I thought you had a wrench. You don't have a wrench? Did you log? I don't know. Maybe something happened where on your login. I'll have to check it. I'm in StreamYard now, so I can't check it right now. Let me see here. Thank you, Tweety. I appreciate that. Congrats on the 5 years. And Erie said, hey, Tweety as well. I try to check everyone's channel out as much as possible. And ain't no one very white cool with Rache. Thanks. Gene Spice indicated the problem would be nice. I'll play a nice guinea pig. Let me see here. Because you have no content and perhaps you are a troll. Are you a troll, Eric? I don't do YouTube content, just playlists. Add to my simulation argument Tesla playlist recently. Todd said, lots of fun, good times. Yeah, it was a great time there. I'm going to get some great deals on cruises. Hell yes, for being young and healthy, knock on wood. Yeah, you're definitely going to have some great deals come your way. Although, I don't know, is it worth the risk? I just saw earlier, a little bit ago, they shut down basically all of Italy. So all of Italy has now been pretty much told to lock down and not come out. So that's kind of interesting. I thought I did LOL. I thought you did too. So yeah, it's weird. Your picture was usually here before. Our level, no more Big Daddy. Maybe Dolly put a hex on you. No worries, just odd. Gonna try and come back. Dolly might have got to Eric's account. Well, Eric Brenner with no pick has no content. The one with the pick has all the content for some reason. Interesting. Let me see here. Let me see. You go, Tweety. Okay, this Eric Brenner might be a troll. Eric Brenner's account shows him. It says 1,000 plus subscribers. Yeah, formerly Big Daddy Chronicles. And I'm glad I sold my CCL stock at 56. You probably made a killing on that now. Don't go on cruises because of the Titanic virus hit long ago. And took over Eric's channel. He's a Packers fan, son. So everybody's trying to hack Eric right now. But yeah, so you look at all that stuff there, and I guess the question becomes, what may be next down the line. I have no idea what's going to be next upcoming here. Things that you guys want to see, always let me know. Put comments in the comment section. I try to make it as fun as possible and bring different things in. Sometimes it's doing the beers. Sometimes it's drinking beer and doing like the question game, which are about overdue, I think, to get Shannon back in and run one of those with us. Sometimes it's, just kicking back and doing whatever. So questions, things like that, videos you want to see. I know some have mentioned doing more of the home brewing type stuff with some of the hops and some of the malts and things along those lines. So I'll be making some more of those videos, some of the beer news type videos. I did the one that was a little minute video about the New England beer that people seem to like as well. There were some other ones I did, like I did the white seltzer thrower at the beer line type stuff. So I'll keep trying to come up with those type of things, but always let me know the kind of things you want to see or find out more about beer, or just kind of kick it, or if there's beers you've seen that you want to know about, just let me know as well. Let me see here. LOL, Jeremy, they're making a Titanic too. You have to be crazy to go on that. Could be bad luck, right? Eric Gilbert, why would you do that to someone? Yeah. Mortality rate for coronavirus very low, 0.7. Flew around 172. Most of your fear is hype. They just had a thing come out earlier tonight saying now they're looking at the mortality rate actually possibly being up to about 3.4 for the coronavirus. So there's different numbers being floated around from the different scientists that are out there. Be cautious, don't freak out, no precautions. Always a fun time on your channel. Well, thanks, Erie. That's what makes it all fun, and that's why it's been a good 5 years, I guess, going through. It was easy. Lions fans always jump on the bandwagon. Is that just a Pacific Northwest thing? You got no chest colds around there and just used to stomach viruses. We've got to find some dang on Zima. No, we never have to find Zima ever, ever, ever again. No one ever should have Zima. LOL Tweety, half the people you know and meet live on the wrong side of the bell curve. Yeah, there you go. But overall, it's been a great time doing all different videos. Tweety said, get the colds here. I have no idea why everyone sees on the toilet paper. Yeah, so I went to the store earlier and to get some food and stuff like that. And so one break get some toilet paper when I was there. And I went to the aisle and there was a lot of stuff wiped out. Now they still had like your basic cheapy single ply type stuff, but you look at your triple ply stuff, your Charmins, your Cottonelles, your quilted Northern, whatever it may be. A lot of them were gone. It was crazy. So I didn't know, like, when things go bad, toilet paper was that high up on the agenda list. So interesting. Rod J, a beer and whiskey pairing collab. Yeah, we can definitely do something there. Only thing I need to know for you, Throttle, is your schedule. I know you travel and stuff like that, but we can definitely get something coordinated. We can do a beer and whiskey collaboration video for sure. Paper and water, right? And I've got a couple of things of water I put downstairs, but sanitizers gone. Everybody's trying to find aloe vera and rubbing alcohol to try to make it themselves. That's kind of interesting. They said 3/4 came from inside province, outside is 0.7. Yeah, they said it came in from, it was from China. They said, but these were like, I guess the numbers now they're considered to be the actual numbers. There were some things they thought were hidden before, but yeah. But then there's new cases that are popping up. I think it was like 4,000 just got in New York that are being tested right now or something. So I don't know. We'll see. It's up for debate, I guess. I mean, everybody's kind of playing it by ear or whatever, or where our data is coming from. I don't know if there's anybody that directly knows a lot of it. There's something about a possible vaccine coming out of Israel, they think, within 90 days, but then they're not even sure if that's actually fully accurate either. So it is what it is. Yup, Zima, and we are going to do a together review. If you're going to do a review, if you're going to get on camera, Erie, I will do a Zima with you. So if that's what it's going to take, I'll be willing to sacrifice my taste buds to do a Zima review with you, girl. Nave, and let's see, here's the next 5 years. Cheers, everyone. Buy a bidet. Yeah, that's one thing Americans really never really caught on to. A lot of the Americans, we're like probably the last developed country catching on to using a bidet, I guess. Two things never go cheap on: toilet paper and ketchup. You're welcome. Yeah, you don't want that Del Monte. You want Heinz. Maybe Heinz or Heinz, but definitely not Del Monte. Let's see here. Milk and bread will be going soon. Actually, it's funny you say that, Vanessa, because when I was in the store, one of the guys came around from the milk end, and he had like probably about 10 gallons of milk in his cart. I don't know who's drinking all the milk he's getting, I guess he's going to freeze some because milk does have, a shelf life on how long you want to hold it there. But he had it. It was all, this whole cart was just milk. I have City Water and Well Water. It's a good backup. Hashtag single ply. Some people don't like single ply. I mean, if things are bad, you've got single ply, but most people want triple or at least double. They really shut down all sporting events because of the virus. Yeah, they shut down all sporting events, but they also did a full lockdown of the country. So they're being told, like, nobody go to work, nobody leave their house, they don't want anybody out in the streets. And that's like for the whole country of Italy. So it'll be interesting to see how they're going to handle that when it comes tomorrow. Double guy Jay. Well, I guess actually it'll be, what time is it? 9? No, it'll be like in 8 hours or so how they're handling it over there. Oh, gross, Jeremy Vincent. No. You tell him, Tweety. But that's all that's available now. Well, that's what it's getting to. I mean, actually, I ended up getting I just figured it because it was a better deal to get like the mega pack where you got like the 12 triple rolls or like that and everything. It was like $16. The regular 6 triple roll thing was like $8. Like they're starting to mark up the prices on the toilet paper because of the demand. So I was able to get one of the last good deals with, getting that amount where it was like you got 18 triple rolls, which came out to be 72 regular rolls is what they said. But it's just weird that the toilet paper. And there's Eric back with his picture. That was weird. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. I think the Chinese government lied like a mofo, and I think with the doubling so often Italy and all the countries having theirs double, you wonder how quickly things are reported. Yeah, well, that's the other thing, too. They're reported quickly sometimes, but then they're also inaccurate when they're reported. That's the other thing, too. You have to worry about the inaccuracies that take place. My guess is that the final death count will be around the same as seasonal flu, so globally flu deaths are about 5 to 650 per year. And Erie said deal. So, all right, Erie, we got to wait for the Zima to come back, and then we can do the Zima. Better bring a bushel of limes for that Zima review. Jolly Ranchers. I got to get Jolly Ranchers, is what everybody says. It just sucks the U.S. epicenter is 15 minutes from me. Yeah, that's kind of scary there. The thing with the Washington area is kind of crazy, just not knowing how few of those people got it that weren't in contact with anybody else. Milk is always nasty anyways. Yeah, I don't even drink milk. I drink like the cashew milk. They call it cashew milk because I always joke like they can't call it nut juice, but it's not milk. If milk's not coming from a cow, it's coming from nuts, so it should be nut juice. But anyway, I'll usually drink that, like the cashew or something like that, and everything. Thing is, most people don't really need milk, like was sold to us years and years ago. It's just it's a fallacy that we even eat milk as much as people digest it. And we're the only basically species that drinks milk from another species. Freezing milk is a big no. People used to always freeze milk when I was a kid. I remember people freezing milk. I don't know how it hurts it or affects it, but I know people did it and people survived from it. Let me see here. Hey, Dolly, what's going on? Happy 25th. Oh, well, thank you, Dolly. I appreciate it, girl. Vanessa, it looks like I go hunting. Make it into ice cream instead. I'm so glad I live in Canada, right? Yeah, but you guys got your stuff happening up there too. So, in fact, Booze Reviews was talking about earlier how much in Canada they were getting hit as well for the whole toilet paper type thing. Nothing better than a milk sandwich when a crisis hits. Speaking of sandwich, so it's funny. As some of you know, we've talked about it before on the channel. I've never had a fried bologna sandwich. So at Beer Fest, I decided to run an informal poll when apparently I'm in a small minority of people that had not had a bologna sandwich, which is funny. So at some point, I'm going to have to try a fried bologna sandwich. I don't know if I'm going to try to make it myself or one of the restaurants that might make it here. But it was just interesting how many people have had fried bologna sandwiches. Funny thing is, when I said I didn't have a fried bologna sandwich, the next response was often, well, you must have been rich. Like, no, trust me, I was not rich. No richness here, but apparently if you didn't have a fried bologna sandwich, you're supposed to be like kind of up on the elite status or something. But I'm going to try it at some point. I just don't know when or when I'm going to do it. Maybe I'll do it on a video since I've talked about it enough. But I saw another sandwich, and for like Allen or Erie in the South, I guess Jeremy and Blake too, because you guys are where you guys are located at. They were talking about a sandwich where people eat mayonnaise and pineapple on bread. Have you guys heard of this sandwich before? And if you've heard of it, have you ever had that sandwich before? I've never heard of that, where it was just bread, mayonnaise, and pineapple. And supposedly it's a Southern delight that people love eating it. So anybody else has had it, feel free to chime in too. But I saw that on Facebook on one of the debates. They were talking about that sandwich. Thank you, Eric. What happened? Did your YouTube get mad at you? I don't know. I guess that YouTube updated something. The virus mortality rate is skewed because the virus is only being tested by each case showing certain symptoms. The parameters can definitely come into play. Rob, we're all going to die. Anyway, hit that like button, folks. Maybe for the last time. Oh, thanks, Dolly. Well, maybe not for the last time, but oh, Dolly. Oh, was that Dahlia and Bambina? That's funny. She did change it to that. Yeah. I got worried you were a troll under the other one. Let's see here. Blake says cheers to Dolly as well. Around 5 years, have you deleted content, rebranded, or changed the focus of your channel? That's a good question, Tweety. So in the back end of it, as far as changing the focus never changed in that it was always beer centric. It was always around beer. I did delete content over times and rebrand it somewhat. So when I first did the channel, it started out with the beer reviews, which I still do, of course, but I experimented with stuff. So I've done things like drinking beer while playing video games. I've done that on the channel. We were messing around with different type of streams. Back when we had the days of Google Hangout, we'd have the Hangouts with 10 people on there. I started to cut those down just because when you have 10 people in the chat, it gets very crazy. You lose control rather easily, especially if people are drinking. So that's one of the reasons when I came up with the Beer Flow show, I only have me, Eric, and then Todd. And Joe, when Joe was here, was on it. And then we have like Shannon's in there with Todd, since they're in the same location. It makes it easy that way. But I limited stuff because I knew how it gets out of control. And if you look at other channels, when they fill up a full panel, especially if they're drinking or it gets kind of crazy on stuff, or if a debate breaks out on something, you can't really start to hear people after a certain point. I've had people like yell at each other and get into disagreement. And I was like, I need to kind of look to see how I want to tune that in. So I've done some changes there along those lines. But like I said, deleting of content was more of, it doesn't really fit for what I was going to do here. So even though I did the beer with video games, I would give views on it. But here's the thing. If you're managing your YouTube channel to be a certain direction, you also got to worry about how the content is being pitched out there too. So because I study YouTube and I look at the different things and read up on their parameters, all that kind of stuff, my thing was more video games are secondary. So why have them here? Take these off and put them on the video game channel where it's more around the video game. So that's why I pulled that. A lot of times, if you get people that do various things on their channel, for instance, when people tune in and they're used to seeing certain types of things on your channel, that's what they want to see. And when YouTube comes up with recommendations from your channel, you run a chance of recommending things that they don't want to see, which can actually affect your viewership to go down. So if I'm doing something like a Bourbon County stout that people like Bourbon County, and they see other stuff that's popping up on the channel, then all of a sudden they get a Call of Duty game, they're not into Call of Duty games, then they're not going to watch, they're going to turn off, it's going to show low engagement for the channel. So again, that gets into knowing your audience and kind of branding to what you want to have there, which is why I did push that stuff off to other channels. Now, it makes it tough to get the other channels going with all the YouTube stuff you have to follow now, but you know what? I think you're better served by doing it that way and then building your branding out there. A great example is like Alan, the Eclectic Beer. He's got his main thing where he does the eclectic beer stuff, where he's doing Tesla and different things along those lines. But then he has eclectic beer gaming, and then he does a good job with his reaction videos. But he does eclectic beer reactions because not everybody else wants to see that same stuff in the same lines for what he's doing. But yeah, I think that's why you have to be learning as you're going through YouTube. And that's why I say if people aren't learning things as they're going, they're probably not succeeding as good as they could be, or succeeding as well as they could be, because they're not picking up and learning from everything that they're doing there. Great question. Yeah, right? Damn, Tweety was a good question. Yeah, it was really good. It is saying Vanessa. Let me see. That was about Eric, somebody trolling Eric's account. Vanessa, Kitty, and Flake for about 5 or 10 minutes. They don't have enough kits made to test. Yeah, they don't have enough kits, that's for sure. Dice the Hey Eclectic, the host with the mostest. And then hello back to Tweety. Yep, Jolly Ranchers for sure. And Jeremy, players are going down with the ship tune. Vanessa, it didn't help that sent out bad tests the first one. Yeah, that didn't help at all. Let's see here. Still trying to get down through some of the comments. The one thing I like about StreamYard, you go just a little too far, and it really drops you down. Let me see. I drink very little milk. Eric says, yeah. Here he says, wow, nut juice. Nut juice always gets a laugh there, whatever. But really, it's coming from nuts. So I mean, there's no cow. There's no. You call it milk. I saw that one time on. He didn't call it nut juice. He was, but it was Lewis Black was talking about, what that was in the refrigerator next to his milk. He's like, because it's not milk. There's no cow making it or whatever. Nearest case are now 15 miles south of my location at Trinity and Harvard. Before I die, I want to eat pizza till I throw up with Strawberry Quick, of course. If you're eating pizza with Strawberry Quick, you probably will throw up. I drink milk. I buy shelf-stable milk. A dark point of view, we need to clean DC out a bit anyway. Nonviolent means work too. Hello, Dolly. How about it's the end of the world as we know it by REM? There you go. Makes me sick, so I just leave it alone. Hot as crap, and people are eating ice cream, and I'm like, why? Now, ice cream, I do like some ice cream, but as far as just regular, just drinking milk, no, I don't really do that. So I do have some dairy in there, I guess you could say. And I do like cheese. I mean, cheese is bomb. So Vanessa said she hunts as well. Well, we know Vanessa definitely does hunt. Need a triple roll. If the roll can't spin on toilet paper holder, the better. Oh, yeah, Jeremy. Yeah, boy. Oh, Jeremy, roll before laughing. We just freeze the virus and sell you snowballs. There you go. Oh, you're not missing much. Someone send this man a pack of bologna. Hashtag fried bologna. But it was so funny because as I was asking people, like, Eric was there and Todd and Sean, we were all sitting there at a table where people were eating. I was just going around asking people. It was hilarious. But it was something surprising, though, that people are like that I didn't have it. It was like people were just like totally blown back. I mean, it's somewhere where people just enjoy it. Says I'll have to try it live if I do it. We just made them at home. Paul said fried bologna is fire. Todd says don't forget the pickles and cheese. I didn't know about pickles and cheese. On Diners, Driving, and Dives, where a guy went to one restaurant, it was fried bologna with sauteed onions and with mustard is how they served it at the restaurant. Never had fried bologna once I got my own job. Mayo, I'm out. We just sliced up the entire loaf of German bologna. We made you fried on the weekend. Well, there you go. He says, I have my daddy's banana and mayo. I've never heard of banana and mayo. So does he eat on a sandwich then? Because I wonder if he would eat like the pineapple and mayo in a sandwich. It was something big like that in Florida. Eat whatever you like till you get sick and shit for days. Well, yeah. Grilled the pineapple. Screw pineapple on anything, communists. No pineapple on the pizza then, right, Paul? Life is too short for mayo or pineapple sandwiches. Would that mean things are bad? Because pineapple's not cheap, so I guess things wouldn't really be bad if you're eating pineapple and mayo. Indeed, mayo and pineapple, gag with a spoon. Yeah, I didn't think it sounded good at all, but apparently in the South, this is something they eat at times. Nope, that sounds terrible. Pineapple on pizza, though. Oh, here we go with the pineapple on pizza. Canada Tire and Giant Tiger always has TP and on sale. It was cheap as chips, stored to freak out. Hell no, Erie is what Paul says. Dolly, quit switching up your YouTube name. I'm not that far south to eat that crap. LOL. Never had pineapple on pizza. Sounds good though. Yeah, you gotta have pineapple on pizza, especially if you're in a Hawaiian version. Everyone go slap a person that's pissed you off. Y'all gonna both die anyway. Hey, Dolly. Humans ruin everything. Right, Jeremy, must be a Mississippi or Bama thing. Paul and Eric, Todd. Todd is back. And Drick my not gonna maybe change it. She didn't like that I call my doggy a bean. How'd you do on COG? Listen, look, Todd, Vanessa. My workmate said Shannon is a hottie. And you better be worried, sidekick. Blake TV, you got to try pineapple and ham pizza. Hell, pineapple and pepperoni is good too. So good. The ladies were all about Big Daddy Dolly. LOL. P. Brew News, I know, don't they? And is your second channel at the monetization threshold, Rod? The second one is not. That one is just, I think it's like 30 something subs right now. So that one I restarted a couple times because I got tired of some of the games I was playing. I was sort of planning to head that one, but now I left it up. So I think I'm like 31 or 32 subs. This channel was at monetization before YouTube changed the rules. So now I'm trying to get back to just the 4,000 hours because I've got the subs, which is like taking longer than I thought it was going to take, which is funny because I did an individual analysis looking at each month and hours, and I was at over 4,000, but it wasn't all showing in YouTube yet, which they did say some of those hours don't show up possibly in YouTube. I don't know how they break that all out. I feel like I'm getting screwed somewhere by YouTube on that part. But one thing that I make mention, like I see people that go on YouTube and they delete or they unlist their videos. And if you delete or unlist, they do not go towards your public watch hours for the YouTube partner program. So if you're taking them right off, you're killing yourself if you're trying to get it monetized because they won't count those hours into it. I don't know why people do that. You know, if you're going to put stuff up there, why wouldn't you want to leave it up there unless something happened that was totally surprising or whatever? But I mean, again, you're making stuff and you're taking it down and you're not getting credit for it. It just seems to make no sense to me. Drink what ladies? The drunk ones? Oh yeah, 2 different things on my channel. That is too much. So I do believe that's one of my reasons I don't have many subs. Yeah, so I mean, it's getting focused into what they actually want to see there. So like Paul can do the beer stuff he's doing, which he's always done great at, but he can also do like a painting channel, which he would do great at because that might get in some people that are just want to see the painting and don't really care about the beers. If you get people in there where you're doing a painting and then they get a recommended video and it's a beer thing, they're probably going to skip over it. It's going to show your engagement maybe now because people are not going into your other videos. So it's just one of those things you have to consider as you're actually building stuff. Eric's saying Todd dropped some knowledge there, which Eric was getting compliments at the beer fest. He did meet one lady that was single there as well. I would definitely check that out. Eclectic, Peter Bruni. So that's the reason. Yeah, I need to check him out too. Sounds interesting. Hey, Richie Z, what is going on? Thanks, my friend. Great to have you here as well. Richie Z, who's been a fan for a while here with the channel and checking in and stuff. So I always appreciate you. And thank you for helping in this success as well, Richie. Pia Brunis, yeah, stop being modest. Your reviews don't suck, right? Yeah, they don't. Well, if anyone's channel sucks, it's definitely mine. So now we got Eric and Paul racing to the bottom here. So, which both of them do good stuff on their channels. Pick a demographic, tell them what they want to hear, when they want to hear it, and the way they want to hear it. When you go to McDonald's, you don't expect Denny's or IHOP, you expect McDonald's. Yeah, but it's always funny to go to McDonald's and ask for a Whopper once in a while. Just to see the look in their eyes. Hey, Richie Z, and sorry they blew. I've been switched from suck to blow. Peter Bruce, lighten up, bruh. Just YouTube. No one really. Whoa, Dolly. Wow. The Strawberry Quicks got a hold of you tonight, girl. Oh, LL. Richie says hello as well to Blake, Erie, and Eclectic. Deep dish meat lovers pizza with peanut M&Ms. It was surprisingly good. How did you get the was that because of the girls that you put the peanut M&Ms on there? I got to think the children led you into trying the peanut M&Ms on the pizza. PA reviews blow like dynamite. I'm sure you're a good kid, PA. Or Coke. Hey, Jeremy, cheers, brother, from Richie, and boom. And then we got another cheers there. Milkshakes and heavy cream for smoothies. Cheers, Richie. Thanks for watching the video for Jeremy. And hello. I got the milkshake, Mr. 25. You got the cream. Dolly, stop flirting with Jeremy. I believe I'm the only person in the world that doesn't like tacos. Yeah, you may be. Hello, Dolly and Vanessa. Jerry, awesome. Feeling you're playing. Felt it. Cheers. Yeah, the video was freaking awesome for sure. Drink chocolate milk, ice cream, cheese, and milkshakes all the time. And I'm 450 pounds. Oh, if you get 450. Actually, I never saw you. Actually, I don't know if you are 455. And man, you eat fried bologna, just add mustard. No need for pickles or cheese. It's poor man's food. That's gourmet shit. LOL. But so the sauteed onions, was that a little too over the top? Putting the sauteed onions on there? Yup, on bread. Thanks. Fried bologna. And mustard is a must. All right. And Vanessa, my automatically changed the name. I do what she says. Banana strawberry sandwich with butter bread. I've never heard of that one either. Erie, that sounds all right. A little of mayo goes a long way. See, I'm more of a Miracle Whip guy myself than mayo, though. Yes, ma'am, we all do, Dahlia. We're doing the marshmallow, the collard green thing again. Only for Blake. Only Blake does collard greens and marshmallows. I've had a friend who ate white bread with mayo and sugar sprinkled on top. I've had friends that ate, as a kid, friends that had mayo sandwiches. I had friends that had sugar with it before. No Kool-Aid, no Wilders, no nothing, just sugar and the water. Go figure. Richard said, Jeremy, you're welcome. How much do you really need, Gilbert? Do you think when you started 5 years ago, Rod, you'd be talking about fried bologna sandwiches and mayo on your anniversary show? I did not. That was not something I would have thought would have come up. Oh, I knew about the fried bologna sandwich because I went to school at West Virginia, but never talked about it really since then. Never had it, but knew of people that did have it, and never came up for all these years until more recently. But a premium heavy mayonnaise and make a sandwich with just that. Yum. No Tweety. And LOL, yes, she is. Just enough whiskey. And then Richard said, Gilbert, hey, brother, any videos that you make private or unlisted don't count? Yeah, so when you look into the YouTube parameters and for watch time hours, they would tell you that private videos, unlisted videos, and there was another one that was done through a service did not count towards your watch time hours under the partner program. So those things don't count. If you make them public, then they'll go in and put the numbers back into it. But yeah, they won't show your public numbers there and for what they would look for. Let me see. Gilbert, cheers. Dorado, peeps complain about pineapple on their pizza, but never consider they ever been putting fruit sauce on the fish fry. Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, I mean, got a point there, Throttle. Got a point there, my friend. Bill Dolly. Oh, yeah, Dolly's been kicking up her comedy game more recently. Eclectic. Give monetization back to little guys YouTube, you prick. Yeah, it's kind of sad how they actually did all that stuff when they switched things around. Not that I was ever going to be there, like, to make a min or whatever, but I was about to clear the threshold of 100 when they had it at 100, and that was 2 years ago, I think, when I was about to clear the threshold of the $100. So imagine if they would have kept it the way it was. I probably would have had a little bit extra to kick into the beer kitty. but it's bad because the things that happen that cause issues seem to happen on some of their bigger YouTuber accounts, but it's screwed it for all the little people, which makes no sense either. Richie says, hey, the throttle, hey, Daniel, my brother. I told you to change my channel a little over a year ago, so my graphs show a 200,000 view decline in one day. Wow. It sucks, but I had to do it to focus on my content. Wow. So you're already, I think, at a level where you're back into monetization and everything that I would think, because you got some pretty good success there on your channel. But that is huge. And it is tough to make those kind of changes too when you see how the numbers get affected that way. YouTube makes it hard for anyone to build a channel nowadays. Yeah. And like I said, for those that didn't hear earlier, I was talking about it. I started the channel March 9th of 2015, and it wasn't until November 2016 that the channel really started to pick up momentum. So I pretty much went through a year and a half where it was just kind of, tilling the field, so to speak, in the farmer analogy way, just tilling it before anything started to grow from the crops. I mean, it was like just out there, you're banging, you're putting stuff up, you're going. And that's what some of the big people that'll tell you on YouTube, when you look at some of the other successful channels that are kind of doing the marketing and stuff, they'll say it may be a year down the line before you have something that really takes off for you. And maybe this and maybe that is just something that catches wind. And I use like Alan here at Eclectic. He caught the right wind when he did the Tesla electric car. It would give him a big boost. I had a little bit of a push from the Beer Blizzard video I did back in the day because they ended up going on Shark Tank and getting a deal with Mark Cuban. So when people Googled it, I had already been out on YouTube a few months before that. So when people Google it, it always hits into my video there. And when they run reruns on it now, I get a little bit of a hit there because I'm like one of the top ones searched for when it comes in. So I kind of benefited from that. But it's a catching game. It's you catch the right thing at the right time, you just blow up, and that can launch your channel to the different level very quickly. I totally let you buy me dinner, Eric. That was from Paul. Richie said, Throttle, great to see you here. And hey, what's going on? Angela, yarning with Angela. Thank you. Appreciate that. And another great one I met through Alan and Jeremy and Blake as well. So another great channel there. Appreciate you swinging in to say hello and drop that there. Make sure you guys check out Yarning with Angela too. Oh, Paul, he'd even wax for Eric. So there you go. Here he says hello to Angela. Tweety, keep doing what you do. You put out awesome content. Yeah, and I got to catch more of your videos, Tweety. I've been trying to more and more get time to get in there to catch more of the videos. We're trying to catch. Everybody's always trying to catch people's videos because, for just about all of us, we're all working. And so when we're not working and we're creating, we're doing that, but we also got other stuff we're doing in life too, right? Family stuff and all. And so to try to catch other videos is always that hard thing, but we always try to get everybody in that we can. He said, hey, to Yarnin. And then Jeremy said, hey, Yarnin. Hope your day's been great. Peter Brutus, what if you have to pay after in skin? Then what? Dolly, we don't encourage Paul to certain points. Paul and Cutie are like two people we don't encourage to go farther into some things, details. Vanessa says that will make y'all dinner. Richie Z, you as well from Throttle. And it's a risk I'm willing to take for free food. We all got our price. Hey, Tweeting Jeremy, how's everyone? Angela said. And thank you, Blake, you do too. Hey, Angela, and cheers. Yarnin, Nave, and doing great here. Soviet Rod's 5 years of YouTube. Back, Angela. Via Brew News, I'm going to pray for you that baby Jesus makes it quick for you and you have plenty of Vaseline for the door. Take a drink on that one. Hello, Blake. I like it dry anyway. Tell baby Jesus. God. Bologna isn't cheap here. It's like $6 for a half pound. Wow. Why is it so much for bologna there? I mean, we go here to our Kroger. You get it from the deli. You get like a pound for like, I want to say $3 or $4. And if you get the Oscar Mayer stuff, you're paying like $2 something, I think. That's crazy. Hey, Alan Erie. Just see the PA Bernice doesn't like tacos, but I can find out what pizza make you a communist. You must be an anarchist selling it. Rod, thanks for being the friendliest man on YouTube and a true gentleman discussing beer. Well, thanks, Richie. I appreciate that. It's all about, having a little bit of fun, being cordial. It's you shouldn't be getting upset or arguing stuff over beer or whatever. I mean, it's beer. It's supposed to relax. End of the day, you want a beer so you can kick back and take the load off, right? Put your feet up. So, and then just being friendly is just, if more people were friendlier in the world to each other, how much better would the world be? So, salute peppers and onions. Oh, salute pepper and onions to put on the fried bologna. Oh, so peppers, you put peppers on yours. Okay, because the one place just had the onions. Saute pepper and onions. Gotcha. Oh, Alan, everything is way more expensive than back in the day, bologna included. Yeah, but where Tweetys paying for bologna is a lot more expensive than what I paid for bologna here. I drink about a hot sauce a day, keeps the germs away. But that's a rich person's bologna sandwich. All those crazy food things, and I'm crazy for ketchup on grits. You put ketchup on grits, Siri? I've never heard of somebody putting ketchup on grits. Ketchup on eggs, I've heard people doing that. I don't put ketchup on eggs. Obviously, ketchup on steak, some people do. But ketchup on what? Oh, I just put maybe a little salt and pepper on grits. Interesting. Forget milk and bread, get beer and bologna for serious crisis, right? I said the bologna won't hold as long, right? You'd have to get Spam if you want that kind of, maybe it's like a meat-like texture, or you got to get tuna or something. Erie love grits. I do like some grits too, indeed. White bread, butter, cheese, microwave for 30, and eat and then your stuff. A go-to drunk food for me. Bread, butter. So you're just basically making a grilled cheese sandwich. Ooh, fried grits. I haven't had those in a while. Hell yeah, Jay. And I'm Santa Claus. Come on now, homie. Louisiana hot sauce isn't actually hot sauce. It's flavored red sauce. Louisiana hot sauce is not hot sauce. I think it's not the hottest hot sauce out there. Hey, Kentucky Brewery Reviews in the house. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Congrats on 5 years. And again, I was talking about you guys earlier. Some of the stuff, checking out your guys' things, getting a chance to connect with you guys at Beer Fest was pretty cool. And if you guys haven't checked out Kentucky Brewery Review, definitely do. Definitely want to get down to their part of the state. They're just a couple hours south of me and try to catch up with them. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys shot for footage, because you guys did go to some of the breweries, I think, and did some stuff there as well. So see what you guys are putting up for the Cincinnati area. They had a great time. It was funny. When we were talking, they were shocked. They were telling me because some of the deals they got against some of the stuff around here. But on their video, they also mentioned, I think, they got the Four Loko, 50 cents a can over at, I think it was Jungle Gyms. 50 cents a can for Four Loko. So that kind of blew them back a little bit there. Collecting beard on Mayo. Oh, Kentucky Brewery now. What's up, guys? Cheers, Kentucky Brewery Review. Sriracha will make your fire. Real butter and white bread sprinkled with sugar. Just butter and sugar? Drinking the 2019 KBS, not a big fan, to be honest. And yes, way too thin. Well, I don't mess with founders, so I can't really say anything there. Dolly, you in a roll tonight? Yeah, she's on fire tonight. Just like old NBA Jam, she's on fire. Not 450, but 6 and 250. Did lose 60 pounds after getting my back hurt. Well, that's awesome. He lost 60 pounds there. Awesome. I'd like to get down to 250 again at some point, but don't know if that's going to happen. Hey, that's a good snack. I don't know. I've never had that snack either. I wish I was just 6 feet. I was just 6 feet tall. I hate these phone books I sit on. Dolly said all her great stuff at the 5-year anniversary show. Well, she's got to keep some stuff for Beer Flow as well, so she can't use it all now. Crack open another beer. So I'm going to actually, I need to get more of these before next week, but I don't know if I can get them here. But I wanted to make mine Irish. So this is an Irish coffee stout. Of course, next week we have St. Paddy's Day, and I always like to have some Irish beer around to celebrate that. That'd be something interesting if we should do like a St. Paddy's Day stream. if you guys think we should do a St. Patty's Day stream, put a note in the comment as well. Maybe we can set something up. We can do like Irish beers or something along those lines. Kentucky BeerVentures said, cheers, guys. I said, Eric Gilbert, damn, you're a big fucker. Vanessa says, toast, butter, and cinnamon sugar as it melts into the toast. Interesting. Cheers, Kentucky Brew Review. By the way, as long as you keep putting out videos after you are monetized, if you don't hit that 4K mark under the new rules, you will keep monetization. That's for YouTube support. Yeah, the stuff that I read says you'll get the monetization, although they do it reserved for like periodic reviews, but that's more if you were to get it and you stop. But if you're consistent, I think you're good to go as well. My wife likes that, Vanessa. 6'3", 252, heavy's ever been. What do you eat on a typical day, Eric Gilbert, the Village? Dolly's just bringing it tonight. If you're a mildly attractive woman, you can draw to well on the web doing anything. Sex and works. Hashtag hard facts. Watch Kentucky Brew for a long time and great videos. Keep it up. Yeah, and if you guys don't know, by the way, Radar is actually engaged to be married here. Well, I guess they're both engaged, but he's the one that asked her to marry him. But they were also doing like a joint bachelor party right in town. But they're going to be having a wedding ceremony coming up at some point. But congrats again to Radar there as well. Toast butter and smoked maple syrup on it. Now I would expect that from Gilbert. But these are all recipes I've never heard of before. Vanessa, damn, you're tall. Yeah, she's 6'9" when she puts her heels on, she says. When you make the first page of Google results, it's a big boost when you can make the first page of Google results. Another thing, like you learn with YouTube along the way, is when you go to search your stuff, you want to search it under like the anonymous, or the private tab or whatever, where it's not actually you. If you go under where you're logged in, like say to Google, like if you're using Chrome, it has a propensity to kind of go to your stuff, from my understanding. So if you do it under the anonymous tab, it'll actually show you what's actually out there. So that makes a good opportunity to see where you're actually being pulled up at. My dream on here is to be the Howard Stern of YouTube, LOL. That would be awesome. It would be great for you to be the Howard Stern. That would be awesome. And then with Blake's stuff, he does a really good job. I mean, when you're watching Blake, you could be driving in the car because it's really like a podcast. So Blake does a really good job of the stuff he puts together. Make sure you guys are checking out Blake TV for sure. Took us around 2 years to really get momentum. And like Kentucky Brew Review, they were around before I was. So again, they were one of the groups I saw earlier when I came on board. And like I said, it took me about 1.5 years before momentum picked up. Took them 2 years. It takes a while. I think most people don't realize that when they start YouTube, they think it's going to be kind of this instant thing within a month or two, and it takes drive. You're out there with a whole bunch of other people, and you got to solve the answer to the question of why should people watch your channel? Why should they be watching you versus other channels? So what are you going to do to stand out to be different? And then if you're able to answer that question, you can kind of create the things where people want to check you out and have fun there. Collective beer. Cheers, Alan from Richie. And 6'6" here, but only 200. These days I'm skinny old. Last time I hit 250 was about 15 years ago. So Tweety does having a few videos shared to re-edit and manufacture forums. Yeah, if you can catch fire on those, then those actually help. Any of the social media that you can get to catch fire. Now, supposedly, for YouTube, the best one to actually be connected with is actually Twitter. There's more Twitter users that watch YouTube and vice versa than the other social media. So if you're putting stuff on Twitter when you're releasing videos and they can catch fire there, that's going to get you to a higher success rate possibly. Man, it must be nice to be tall. Yeah, well, I'm like 6'1". I wish I could get down to 200. I hate being short. Thank you, Rajay. You're great. Well, thank you, Angela. It's great to, as we go through this journey together, I still got to check out more of your stuff there too, but it's all great hanging together and doing things. It's building the different stuff up. All of us can be resources to each other. So whenever there's questions and stuff, always, ask each other how help out possibly, or if you got things you're trying to do, get some feedback from other people on YouTube here as well. Alan said, Richie, hope all is well, buddy. The low weight is a lot easier on my bad knees. Yeah, if you can get the weight down, it definitely helps knees. Peter Bruno's, eat 1 meal a day, buddy, less than 1,000 calories, drink lots of water, probably you lose a few pounds. Might be lightheaded, but yeah, you'll lose a few pounds. 6'10", 325 would be okay. All right, what's going on, Rise and Grind? Thank you. Congrats on 5 years. I appreciate that. And Rise and Grind is one of the newer ones to the channel here as well, so make sure you're also checking Rise and Grind out as well. Being tall is all cracked up to be a Blake, bad back, bad knees, and brutal circulation. Yeah, I mean, everybody can carry something differently for sure. Eric, my biggest problem has been architects and carpenters, doorways. Oh. Well, probably airplanes too, Nate, then. Airplanes are always bad. Let me see. And I'm trying to keep up on everything here. Throttle Gilbert from drinking cheap whiskey. We need 20 likes for the anniversary show. Let's get it right. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. We went to the wholesale store and bought a whole list of German bologna. And now about 20 pounds of sliced bologna in the freezer. That's a lot of bologna, Eric, but you can get things on the shelf and people are afraid of you. No one is intimidated by me, not even kids. I don't know, Dolly. I bet you can be pretty feisty. Basically, you guys are awesome. We had 21. Thanks, everyone, for hitting that like button for sure. Agree, Rob. Most things aren't worth the drama, right? Yeah. Tall dudes are sexy. Trigalachi, 17 right now. Throttle. And who wants a milk diet? Rather have a tall boy. That's funny, Dolly. That's pretty funny. Blake Spares in the house, and I just came in to say congrats, Rod Day, on 5 years. Now to hide from Blake. Yeah, we don't want that bear getting attacked. Other bears are coming out of hibernation. Blake's bear is going into hibernation. Word. Oh, that's tasty, Gilbert. Throttle said butter toast and ketchup to dip it in. Are you just making that up now, Vanessa? Yes, Yuri. Ketchup on grits is crazy. I ought to take your Southern car, but you beat me with a flip-flop and then a frying pan. I just hope it's not a cast iron frying pan. You do not want that upside the head. LMAO Blake Spear. Not a grits fan myself. Jeremy said, it is Throttle best of the range. LOL Blake Spear. Nice to meet you, Kentucky Brewery Review from Tweety. And hello, shout out to Blake Spear. Blake Spear's getting love again. Jeremy Boo Boo probably wasn't fed the right kind. How many is the best? Blake Bear's here. Now the party can get started. I guess so, Dolly, LOL. If I had Dolly every time someone called me a PDB review, I could buy a case of KBS, right? The Gilbert agreed on the whiskey. Veal bologna is $1 Canadian at my local butcher. I've never had veal bologna, and I probably will not have veal bologna. Just saying. That's just me. She's always on fire. The locals are scary. Oh, yeah, 50-cent can of Loco. It's almost like, how do you not buy it? But then like, you shouldn't buy it, but it's 50 cents a can. And I'm sure you guys got some other deals out there, Jungle Gyms and some stuff, hopefully at Party Source too. The one place, I should have got you guys over to Depths. That's where I went and got the $1.99 Dogfish Heads Fruitful Fort beers and some of the other ones that I picked up, including the one I had earlier from Decadent Ales. This was $1.99 over there. So we can just get crazy stuff happening here. My dad used to put brown sugar and sprinkled vinegar on top of his pancakes. The brown sugar I get, the vinegar. I wonder if the vinegar added a little bit more of a something to it, I guess. That's interesting. I never seen anybody put vinegar on top of the pancakes. Rod, hipster social warriors drink Volkswagens, and that was started by Hitler. Oh, drive Volkswagens. So let's calm down and stop the hypocrisy. Oh, let's see here. You my favorite sidekick, plus your missus is the most. Yeah. From Dolly to Todd there. Hey, Vanessa and Nave. So, ooh, that sounds like fun. There he said. A lot of old timers with vinegar and a lot of stuff. I put like malt vinegar on stuff like fries, and put malt vinegar or regular vinegar, or malt vinegar like on greens sometimes. Yeah, St. Patty's stream, please. Yeah, I mean, we may. I mean, if people want to do like a St. Patty's Day stream, we can definitely set something up. I think that is what, the 17th. Is that right? Which would be next Tuesday. So definitely could be a possibility. If anybody wants to do a St. Patty's Day stream, you can let me know in the comments or shoot me a message. Either way, the 21 is too steep, but damn good. Vinegar. My mom used to put bacon grease and salt on her pancakes. Now, I've never seen a bacon grease on something like that either. But it's going to add, I mean, anytime you add extra fat, it's going to be good, I'm sure. I put vinegar on everything, Dave. I haven't seen it around lately. Eric, veal, disgusting, big boy switch to Oscar Mayer. Yeah, veal bologna does not sound good. You're carrying on tradition, Erie. Yeah, vinegar is your Frank's Red Hot. You put that shit on everything. I can drink white vinegar. Love it. Not too bad for you either. To be honest, Erie, I get a hanker for white vinegar now and then myself. And are they going to swap wives on the honeymoon too? Just curious. Eric Gilbert, which shoe size you wear? Gilbert, don't feel like you have to answer that. Helps others, many things for sure. White vinegar on roast beef is good. You guys are definitely some vinegar using people. I haven't used vinegar as much as you guys have. P.A. Brews, I got a boyfriend. If anyone's interested, we go somewhere, try to lose him. He always comes back. LCBO has the 21 for online delivery at throttle, but pushing 600. Yikes. Wow. Sugar and vinegar on your brown sugar and vinegar on your pancakes. Pickle juice. I know people that will drink pickle juice out of the jar when the pickles are out. I've never drank pickle juice. I do like pickles, but never took it to that next level. I'll have to look around my neck of the woods. Throttle said pickle juice popsicles. That could be an invention that might sell. That might be your $1 million idea there, Jeremy. Better lock it out, get a patent on it. Nice whiskey. You the man right now. You the man, Blake. 13 and a quarter. Great for kicking in the hoop, darling. And veal is tasty. Oh, let me see. Now, I like regular veal. I just haven't had veal bologna. This is a baby cow. Dill pickle moonshine from Smokey is tasty. Still haven't done the dill pickle moonshine, Vanessa, but I'm thinking may do a vacation to Gatlinburg this year. And whenever we go to Gatlinburg, we get like moonshine and go down to the Smoky Mountains. And that might be one I pick up. That sounds great. What? Size 13 and a quarter? I'm a size 5. I can put my foot into your shoe 2.5 times. Dill pickles are delicious. If you throw it away, it comes back as it was meant to be, or you just have a boomerang. Wise words from Confucius, PA Brew News. I just want to ride the teacup at Disney World. One of the folks give me a boost. LOL, just kidding. And then PA Brew News, let's hope not. Use your pogo stick, Blake. I wonder if Blake can ride Space Mountain. I recommend a throttle. Well, if I have the buck, I'll stick to the 17. LMAO. Dolly's cracking everybody up. Elk, deer, and bear bologna is where it's at. I've never heard of bear bologna. Still in the shop, Jay. PA Brews, bruh, yuck. Bear meat is surprisingly good. I've never had bear. Not to say I wouldn't try it, just never had it. Now I eat butter toast with ketchup when I make omelets. LOL, Nave, never had bear meat before, LOL. Y'all make sure and check out that awesome merch line and Rod too. Well, thanks, Ari. I appreciate that. And got your stuff out. Get ready to get set out to you as well for the Stein, for Alan, and the keychain as well. Always looking to see stuff on there too that I can put on there. Trying to put stuff on there for a lot of stuff because it's cups or glass or that, like unisex. I'm trying to put some stuff out there for women too in case they're interested. Sliced head cheese with vinegar. I've had about everything one time or another. Blake, I fit the teacup ride. Shorties unite. Feels yummy in my tummy. Let's see here. Done a bit of traveling too. LOL Dolly. And me and Dolly are going to go teabag. Oops, I mean teacupping. LOL. Got a few videos on the trip coming this week also, so I'm going to check those out. So make sure you guys check out Kentucky Brew Review to see some of the footage they captured from being up here in Cincinnati. Don't recommend getting lost in the Thailand jungle when you're blind drunk. The locals found that sort of behavior. Yeah, Blake, we sit together, we can make an Eric Gilbert. He's a big fucker. Oh, that's hilarious. I had the 21 and small coffee and wine joint downtown. I sure whiskey bottle 31 an ounce. You go now, you get on plane now, very insistent. Hashtag big fuckers need love too. I got a new position at my job, so I'm off every Monday and Tuesday now. If you ever want to do a hangout, then awesome. Yeah, we could definitely do something. In fact, if you have a nose off those nights, we could probably do something. Because I still haven't done a beer tuber spotlight for you, Paul. So we could definitely look at do something as well. Now we can look at one of those nights to possibly do it. Fry eggs over easy in bacon grease. Now my grandparents, they used to fry in bacon grease, so I have had that stuff before. Eric Gilbert, how was the air up there? Sal Broughton. Eric Gilbert, I tried to do a cool place a couple hours from Sorry. Oops. Hit the button too quickly. Diane Babina, you seem to enjoy large things. Well, Jerry said, LOL. Eric, do I? Sour Broughton is good. Pickle juice is one of the best hangover medications ever. I've had pickle candy and it was very good. We have pickle beers down here now that people are using. Trying to get to a cool place a couple hours from Sunny, but never got time. Supposedly had a great whiskey collection and Napoleon Complex at Conquer and Divide. We need to divide and conquer. Let me some pickle juice. Apparently, I've been missing out by not drinking the pickle juice. Pickle juice after drinking all night right before bed helps times for the next morning hangover. Did not know that. Yummy fried pickles. Fried pickles are something here as well with ranch. That's it, Rob. We have fried bologna with pickles and cheese and drinking some pickle juice. Woo! Chasing with some pickle moonshine. We have a great deal pickle vodka made up here in Cask, Rajay. Nice. And Sask. Is it Sask? Would you make Cask? My shoe size is big. Military supplies always had to pre-order new combat boots for me. Fried pickles are the best. You forgot the Miracle Whip, Blake, LOL. With ranch, of course, LOL. It's not a party till someone pulls out the pickle. Pickle Rick. Oh no, snap, I did. And Miracle Whip, LOL. Fried pickles are the bomb and fried mushrooms too. I'm not a huge fried mushroom fan. My wife does like the fried mushrooms. Let's see here. Fried pickles with ranch, the best. Windsor is the place to go for a great bar scene. I need to go to Canada again at some point. I've only been to Toronto. Agree. Hashtag Teacup Riders. LMAO. Mr. 25. I know Windsor very well. I used to date a girl from there. And new channel, me and Dahlia, Teacup Riders, LMAO. Get it, Blake, Shorty Power. Yes, and only short episodes. I'd be honored to do one of those with you. Cheers, brother. Yeah, definitely. I definitely want to do one with you for sure. So we get that coordinated. Blake TV and Dahlia Bambino Lollipop Gang podcast sounds better. Fried pickles and horseradish sauce. I would like to try that. I do like some horseradish sauce. LMAO, the Eclectic Beard. Cheers, homie. And the Eclectic Beard and Eclectic. You can be our F bomber. And cheers to you, Blake and Dolly. And I love mushrooms. They get you fried. Eclectic is someone messing with us, and they will launch F-bomb mode. Fried mushrooms greater than fried pickles. Then Jeremy laughs, and I have caught up to all of the comments. Amazingly, as I say that, one more drops in. The Loose Goose in Windsor at Throttle. So yeah, there we go. But definitely some good chat taking place there. And let me see here. Was asked about pulling up the first video from earlier on that I actually did on the channel. So let me go ahead and I will grab that here. Give me a second before I end up closing it out, as it's already almost 2 hours. Back to work tomorrow after the market was down 2,000 points. Looking forward to that. That's going to be a great day tomorrow. Oh, man. Let me see. All right, bear with me. Yeah. And everything was totally different when I did this video that you'll see here. The computer pulls up. 1 second. All right, let me go back over here. So this will be interesting. Let me see here. Let's see, you guys snuck in some more comments for me. No, don't have it yet. Cutie. Where's Cutie? I missed my son. Yeah, Cutie hasn't been here for a bit. Cutie, where are you? Yeah, where's Cutie? You guys are like playing Candyman right now, trying to get Cutie up here. I admire your flow, eclectic. Yeah, Cutie is awesome. Yeah, he is. Maybe his wife killed him over the bra incident. She was not happy about the bra that night. Might drop another 2,000. I don't know if it'll drop another tomorrow. I'm expecting some rebounding from what I saw today, but we'll see what happens. Just don't mention he who shall not be named. I like being my brothers. Fuck, what the fuck, who the fuck? Dave, Dolly, and Rajay 5 years ago. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and pull this up here. Share the audio. You know, I never go back and actually look at the videos when I do them. So this is something different for me as well, because I've never went back and actually watched it. But this was the first video when the channel was launched.
Today, we're going to take a look at a beer that will be considered one of the Marzen or Oktoberfest styles. That beer, 1906 Reserva Especial. Don't know if you've had this before or if you've seen it. It actually comes to us from Spain. It carries an ABV of 6.5%. Taking a look at the ingredients: water, barley malt, maize, and hop. Not hops, but hop. So those would make up the ingredients for this beer. This one is actually brewed by Hios de Riviera. They are a brewer out of La Coruña, Spain. Hopefully I'm saying everything correct there. The beer was first created back in 1906, hence the name, right? 1906 right there. But in 2006, they created special batches to designate their centenary for being 100 years old. They actually did it in the company of the king of Spain, who was Juan Carlos at that time. And that's where the special batch came from, out of the 6.5%. You know, it is developed from roasted malts and has an aromatic balancing that allows it to produce a special color, aroma, and flavor. At least that's how it was described for everything being involved on it. But when you get one of the bottles, it is 11.2 ounces. I know we're always used to 12-ounce bottles, but it's 11.2. And go ahead and pop this baby open, and we'll put it in a glass. And usually for a glass, like for a beer like this, any glass can do, usually a pint glass or a tall one like this. Nothing too special about it. So we'll pour that baby in. Take a look at how it rises. One thing noticeable about this beer is you're not going to get a lot of head on it usually. Usually you might get one finger there. So, and it does dissipate a little quicker. I think it might have to do with some of the way they actually brew the beer. But if you take a look, you can see the carbonation. That does look pretty, doesn't it? It's got that nice golden orange color, kind of something you would expect on a Marzen or an Oktoberfest. The aroma on it. You can smell it coming off with the hops. It's nothing really strong. Doesn't give that real over hoppy smell. I would kind of look at this as a stronger Budweiser. Maybe you could take it up towards kind of a malt liquor type situation, but this actually has a little bit more ABV than what malt liquor would carry. But the aroma does come off. It is light, a little bit faint at points, but overall you do get that. You take a taste. It's not a bad taste. You feel the tingling on the tongue. Not overly sweet or anything. It does have a good dry feel to it. It is a good thing in that it does feel light, which is a good thing as well. You know, if I said, you know, where would you want to use this beer? It may be more if you were out doing some activities like boating, playing softball, taking it easy, kind of relaxing, just chilling on the back deck. But it's not going to give you anything too heavy like a stout or a porter. It's going to give you a little bit more than what a light beer would do. Got a good overall feel. Probably a pretty good going into fall type beer, maybe coming into spring along those lines. I think in the summer, you could be okay with it, but like any heavier beer, it can't catch up with you after a point. You know, you let it roll around a little bit, and like I said, it does liven up your taste buds. Nothing really comes off as far as any type of fruit type thing, any type of feeling along those lines. It's just a nice little relaxing, drinking, talking type of beer you want to have if you're with some buddies and you weren't trying to get too obliterated, I guess you could say. But overall, probably about a 3.5 out of 5 type beer. Usually it'll cost you for a 6-pack, I think around $12.99 because it's an import. So it's a little hard to get it a good deal. Would I pay that amount for this beer? Probably not. But if you catch it on some of the deals that you can get with it, because many people don't know about it, definitely worth the purchase. I was lucky enough to pick up a case for $12.99 at one of my local places. So definitely beat the deal there. And I would definitely check some of your bigger outlets because they may have those down as a bargain because people aren't going to really pick it up. They're not going to know it. So that's what you have there. That's the 1906 Reserve Special or Especial, depending on how you're feeling. And hopefully get a chance to check it out. Thank you. Bye-bye.
How terrible was that? Oh, man. That's the first time I actually watched that video since I actually released it. But that was the first video actually done. And that was the first Rod J deal ever gotten. $12.99 for a case. 24 beers on that one. But see what you guys said there as well. Although before we went to that, she said, top funny conjure crazy man talking about cutie. Me and the bear smelling dang. He said, he said, well, Rod, that is awesome. Holy shit, who was the dude on screen? Cool. Is this the same room? Two or different? Which I responded, Jeremy, it was the same room for sure. Dolly said, who's this? Yeah, back in the day. It's awesome. Some skinny dude is on the screen. Where's Roderick? Oh, very nice, Rod. Thank you for showing us. I can say that video is like, again, that was the first video that I released. And I think if you saw in there, possibly, I think I got 4 thumbs up and 2 thumbs down. I think one of the thumbs up was even mine. So it was like, some people get turned off or nervous when they first start putting out. My first one was pretty much a bomb when I put it out there, but you keep building, Cool, you definitely got it all decked now. Need to see how you built your channel from the beginning. Yeah, so it was a different view. I had a different twist. I think the room was turned differently where I had my desk set up. And yeah, if you look through videos at different points, you can see the growth of how the room has actually changed. That was Virgin Rod before the madness. Yeah, that was it. That was the cherry breaking moment right there. Cherry says, LOL. The Dan Rod did a good to bad, very friendly. Thanks. I didn't think I was that great. I felt like, so you look at that video, and again, it's all the tooling of the channel. That one, you saw like the orange screen, the lighting wasn't really there. The way it was put together and some of the talking was there. I felt a little too talkative at some points. Some of the breaks, it was kind of like you start to, over the time, to go back in and make those edits as you grow. That moment you realize Rod's first 5 years has more views than your videos. Well, it's been out there for a while. Sometimes it just falls into people's lap, I guess. But Rajay, who is that? Your son? Yeah, my 5 years ago, right? How time can change. Yes, Jeremy. Of course, I was going to the gym a lot more at that time too, and I was lifting a lot more weights and stuff like that. That's over 5 years, homie. That's a long time to build up views. Let me see. Wow, he's almost priest-like. What happened? Yeah, I was like really stiff there too. I was like, I mean, it was your first video, so my first video, I was taking it pretty serious. I was pretty straight-laced. I was kind of like not knowing which way I wanted to do anything yet. And it was during the course of time, like I mentioned earlier, I kind of tapped more into my background of being an on-the-air radio DJ to kind of get it to lighten up a little bit more. It's kind of like you start to loosen up at a point. I felt like I was just a little too stiff at that time. Blake could have collected, yes, sir, true. He looks like a PE teacher. He met all these Dahlia and Bamina. He met us. He met Blake. Creamy goodness. We pushed him over the edge. I think Cutie didn't help any. Just kidding, Cutie. Just kidding. Dragon's Milk Stouts around the fire pit. Bench swings. Oh, that sounds nice. It's a nice evening for sure. The Cutie summoning taking place. Dragon Milk Stout is great. I do agree as well. Y'all can't even type it out right. It's not QD. It's QT. Yeah, what's up with the space? LOL. QD5, QD. Oh, that was awesome, Raul. Thanks, Blake. I appreciate it. It was funny because, like I said, I never really go back and look at the videos unless there's a question about something. But 5 years later, going back and looking at that was interesting. And that was at the Beer Fest. That was back when I was doing one of my earlier Beer Fests too. I had the Beer Fest shirt on in that one. Before I had anything really behind me on the walls and stuff. So yeah, that was the early going. Old school for sure. Terrible. Better than my first video. Your first one, we're always our toughest critic, Alan. We're always our toughest critic. Your first video was good as well. Cutie. Yeah, I thought you did amazing for the first video. Wow. And I appreciate that. Thanks, Jeremy. I mean, I was definitely trying to hit everything. I was trying to do what I can do on the beer and talk about it. But like I said, some people would see a first video come out like that and then might make them nervous about going forward. You get not that many views coming out of the gate and you got like a couple thumbs down on it. But you know what? You just keep driving and you find your spot and you build from it. Don't let anybody stop you from doing what you want to do. Well, thanks, Dahlia. I appreciate it. The beer looks good on you, Rod. Thanks, Nave. My wife finally got used to the beer. At first, she wasn't as, I think, enthused by it, but then she got used to it. That when I shave it off, she's asking why I shave it off when I do from time to time. Jeremy, say amazing again. It was pretty good, actually. Well, thank you. I appreciate it, Gilbert. That was great. Thank you, Angela. It was actually a decent beer. I mean, it was one of my first ones. It was from my first Spanish beer. Yeah, that was, like I said, that was the first Rod J deal. And that was when I went to the spot Depths here that Todd, who's watching, has been to. That's the same spot. I ended up getting like a case of Guinness Foreign Extra Stout for $12.99 as well. And it's just the Rod J deals from that point. It just kind of went forward. Amazing. Using a sentence major subject. Dolly. Devil stand behind me. Better than my first video. Y'all see me in cops. Oh man. Little hearts there. Dolly Blake, amazing LMAO. Yes, we are, Blake. The Lord say create sexy and we were made. Let me see here. Okay, Dolly has been amazing tonight in the chat. There you go. Damn right, LMAO. Jeremy, you are. Little cake. I'm going to take a bite. Dolly, stop flirting with Jeremy. That's Small bite, calories are calories. Alan is touchy about his kid's name. Yes, I'm Angela. You would think Blake would be 2, LOL. Oh, they named him that for a reason. Blakeiana will be born one day. Oh, Blake was talking about Cutie, the love child demon spawn. Let me see. Da 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 da. QT and Morse code. Hey, what's going on, Elbow? Cheers, my friend. I was a Cheers, Rajay Company. Happy anniversary. Wish you many more. And you, I'm looking forward to your anniversaries as they upcome, I should say. And make sure you guys are checking out Elbow. Elbow's been great. Elbow's been very supportive. Love Elbow. Great for the channel as well. And even Elbow is starting to do some beer reviews now too. So make sure you check out the stuff that he's doing. I saw you uploaded your last one. I haven't got a chance to do it, but I think it was 1050. So I'm going to check that out as well as some of the other musical stuff you're doing there as well. Always great. I'm glad to say cheers to Elbow along with Blake. And I'm dying here, Al. Says, Elbow, he's here to save the chat. What up? You know, if Elbow shows up, Cutie may show up afterwards. Hey, Elbow, you're just in time for the summoning of Cutie. LOL. Let's see. That says hello to Elbow. Blakeiana will clap when she orders food. Hey, gang, a big cheers to you all. It's better than getting the clap. Well, got a point. And Blakeiana has 2 pappies, but no mama. It's a miracle. Dolly, Blakeiana sounds like the name of who gave you the clap. Gotta get Elbow 80 another Friday Night Throwdown for sure. Yeah, now if you get Elbow on there, Cutie will definitely show up as his biggest fan. I know. As his favorite groupie, right? So try and chase down Elbow. But no, it's you guys have made it a great first 5 years, whether you're here in the beginning, towards the end, in the middle, wherever we met along the way. It's been great, and hopefully you guys will be hanging in as we go forward for the next 5 or however long out there. But no, I definitely hope to see a lot of you guys do something like this down the line too as you approach your milestones. And you know, I think it's great to have that look back reflection, and I appreciate all you guys for being here with me. Like said, yes, sir. LOL EB. Tricks named Blakeiana Trippy. Tricks named Blakeiana. It's funny. Already, JV, my wounds have healed. Leo Dolly. But that all being said, I am going to go ahead and shut this one down, which I hate to do because I've had such a great time talking with you guys tonight. And then if there's other things, like I said, that you want to see upcoming, always let me know. Make sure you're checking out everybody here, which I think a lot of you have and everything. It's great to have you all as part of my YouTube family. Without you guys, it wouldn't be as much fun. The support is always welcomed, of course, as well. And I look forward to doing some more things as we go forward into the next 5 years or so. It's been awesome. And, you know, it's just not enough words to really express the gratitude I have for all of you here for sure. Jeremy says, you know, you might be right, Rajay. Cutie's Elbow, 88's biggest fan. He used to follow him around as a groupie, he said, LL, right? Yeah. He's the one that bumped into the keyboard. Get Jeremy and Elbow working on a music collaboration. And then we got Bum in the house. Welcome, Bum. You're a great part of the community. Well, thank you, Bum. I appreciate it. I actually was talking about Joe earlier in the show when I first started getting in here and watching Joe, but also Bum. Bum was a big part of Joe's show. You know, Bum does the malt liquor report on the Joe D show. And it's always great. And we have some great conversation when I end up making it to their streams and everything. So definitely appreciate the support you provided as well over time. And it's been great. It's been a great fun, great opportunity. And looking forward to doing more things going forward. Going to try to get in this year for Fresh Fest in Pittsburgh, which is August 8th. So if I can get to Pittsburgh then that Saturday or that Friday night, hopefully I can catch up with you, Bum, when I'm there as well. That'll be cool to Nave. I said thank you to everyone. You guys are the best. Cheers, Rajay and fam. Next 5 years will be awesome. I think it'd be great, Jeremy. Nave said, Dad's incredible in the house. Crap, did I miss it? Yeah. About to wrap it up now. So actually went the last couple of hours with Dad Incredible. You got in. You were on the, you know, the last, I guess, year or so. You know, we kind of connected here too, but appreciate the support there. And You know, Dad was doing stuff with beers and barbecues like that. He's kind of broken down his channel again. You know, for like Tweety asked about rebranding. You know, Dad kind of rebranded some of the stuff he's doing. It's one of those things you do when you reflect on your channel, but definitely appreciate all the support that you've been providing as well. And then all the fun stuff that, you know, we talked about and discussed over the time. And I got to still check out more of your stuff there, but Dad always has great things happening on his channel as well. He does a late night jam out type thing too. So make sure you check out Dad Incredible if you haven't. Gilbert's at Cheers Fools and good night. Take care, Rajay, and everyone in the chat. Really enjoyed it. My family, yeah, definitely. We're all family here. Thank you, Angela. Said later, Rajay. Todd said cheers and congrats, my friend. Thank you, Todd. Have a good one, Ron. Enjoy the night, even though I missed happy hour. Well, we all miss happy. You know, sometimes the regimen has to take a break, right? So, Eclectic Beard, Alan, if you're still here, let me know if we're doing a sports thing tomorrow night, if you're going to get that back up and rolling. If you are, then that's great. You can let them know here in the chat. But the Eclectic Beard, we usually do sports talk on his channel. If you're a sports fan, Tuesdays at 9 o'clock. We've kind of been off for a little bit of time. But if that is upcoming again, then that's the channel. You definitely want to be able to watch that stuff as well. Thank you, Nave. Says thanks you, Rod. See you, folks. Congrats, Ron. Happy birthday. Thank you again, Dolly. Love your channel, and thanks for accepting us as we are. No, without a doubt, I wouldn't want you guys any other way different than what you are. I appreciate each and every one of you for what you are, and that's how I like it. I don't like people being fake and not being who they actually are. Thank you, Elbows, and thank you, Rob, for all you do. See you next time. Yes, indeed. And appreciate you, Rob. We'll do some stuff soon. Yeah, definitely. I know you got your hands full on some of the stuff you were doing, Dad, but definitely I wanted to collaborate some stuff there, you know, things that you may be doing there, we can definitely go through as well if you're going to do some of the barbecue and stuff. I want to get some of the barbecue guys. I've been saying it for a bit of time, but guys, I like the barbecue, kind of talk about that with beer, things along those lines. You know, we can do something like that as a parent type thing. Wouldn't have missed it for the world. Congrats again. Well, thank you, Jeremy. I appreciate it. And thank you all. I'm going to go ahead and sign off and appreciate you. Look forward to seeing you on the next videos as we go forward. That being said, remember, there's always time. Get your beer on, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, everybody.